braid, otherwise known as I decided not to shower today. Or, if you're a thru hiker, another way to pull back your greasy hair. See, folks, some things never change. Thru hiking world, normal world, synergy. Yeah, let's get started. Coffee. You know what's funny? I never drank this on the trail. Like, I drank a lot of it before the trail, but never drank coffee. Wait, when it was really raining, sometimes I would drink coffee just because it was warm and other people offered it to me. The question I'm going to tackle today is one of those questions you're probably going to get, especially for two reasons. One, if you're female, yeah, like me. Or if you tell people, or if you tell people you are going to thru hike the Appalachian Trail alone. Usually, this question is filled with a little bit of concern, a lot of worry. Those two things are the same. Usually, you're gonna get the question in this kind of tone. Aren't you afraid to hike alone? A lot of people, A, don't even understand why you'd want to be in the woods for more than 2 minutes, but B, they also really don't understand why you'd want to be in the woods alone at night, far away, in a strange place. You know, there's lots of information that you can come back at. A is statistics, because, you know, we've established that people care about math. Do they? No, I don't really care about math. Do you care about math? I don't know, whatever. I'm making videos. Why would I care about math? You know, one of the things that's good is to be armed to the teeth with information. I'm going to actually find that information. Hold on. Aha. Okay, so by going to the handy AppalachianTrail.org website, I was able to find some pretty interesting information that is really helpful when explaining to people that you're not really going to be alone. For instance, in 2013, the amount of northbound thru hikers, now that would be also commonly referred to as NOBOs, people that start in Georgia on their way up to Maine, way up there. There were 2,700 people that started on Springer Mountain. That is a lot of people, and especially if you're talking about the most common time when people start thru hiking, like mid-March, you're going to see lots of crowds. Personally, when I hiked in 2012, I actually tried to stay away from the shelters because there was just so many people. I mean, so many crazy people. This one guy called Hot Wheels that burnt himself with a stove that wasn't his. I don't know. Maybe that's scary. Maybe I shouldn't be giving you this information. However, really, he was more harmful to himself than he was to anybody else. I digress. You're going to run into lots of people. So much so to the point in the beginning where you're really not going to feel like you're out on this journey that you were trying to experience, and more like it's some sort of like college party mixed in with retirees. Kind of some of the coolest people I met on the trail. Stats really help. And even if you're crazy enough to decide to go SOBO, which for those of you that don't know, that's from Maine to Georgia, southbound. You know, the number of people that start are 336. So, you know, there's still like a little window when you're supposed to start going southbound. And odds are you're still going to run into people. You know, there was kind of this saying, and I say it in my film, not to plug my film, hardwayhomefilm.com. Not plugging in my film. I specifically say, you know, you're only ever as alone as you want to be. There's tons of people. Even if, you know, somebody's out for a section hike or an overnighter, you're going to run into people. And frankly, you might get sick of them. A lot of people that start alone usually end up finding a hiking partner or a group of people to hike with. Case in point, right? Me because you care. I, started off alone, and I ended up falling into this like weird trail romance thing for a little while. And sometimes I had to, tell him not to hike with me because I really wanted my own space. Like later on down the trail, I ended up being alone for a while in Pennsylvania where it was hot and the heat index was 110, and I really wanted somebody to share in the misery with, because rain and bugs and heat and rocks. Yeah, you're going to want to share in the misery. While we're on the topic of statistics, the Appalachian Trail website also has a few statistics about alternative through hikes. Like yo-yoers. Sounds like I'm trying to rap, but I'm not. Yo-yoers. They start usually on one end and then flip. It's also called flip-flopping. That's another way to do it. In 2013, it was about 97 people. People starting sections, starting in Harper's Ferry was like 450. As you can see, there are a lot of people, and that doesn't even include the day hikers who really smell like way too much laundry detergent and deodorant. Guilty. You can actually look at the Appalachian Trails website, and you'll see that there's tons of bloggers right now that are currently hiking in this through hiking season and have run into people that they are now spending more time with than maybe they had anticipated. You now have so much information on the web that you can point people towards, saying, look at this blogger. She started off alone and she's alive with people. It's a common misconception that there's something fearful about the wilderness. Isn't it annoying when people do that? I lost my train of thought. So hopefully that helps answer the question that a lot of people seem to really want to ask you. Aren't you afraid to hike alone? No! Hopefully that was helpful and insightful. These are trial by fire at this point. Would love to get more comments from you guys out there, letting Zach and I know specifically what you would love for me to comment on. That would be great. Otherwise, we're going to keep moving forward with these fly by the seat of your pants kind of videos. And yeah, so until next time, happy trails. Bye. Isn't it annoying when people do that? I wonder if I did that all the time, if I'd make people go away. It's really hard to do. How do people do that naturally? I can't do it anymore.